But I just remember it was just a dark time. I just felt guilt all over my shoulder, but it was so dark that I didn't even care about the guilt. So if I were about to start over again today, I would probably do things different. With all the knowledge that I have now at this certain point, building my online businesses from literally zero to achieving what I truly wanted to when I first started out, I'd definitely do things different because I have a lot of knowledge now. And I was struggling a lot when I started. I didn't really know how to do this in any way. I was wasting money and the time in general. I was out of shape, just sitting in front of my computer trying to build an online business. Nobody believed in me. Just your classic story, to be honest. I would totally do things different if I started out today. So this video is going to be uncut on purpose. What you should do is honestly just to play it while you do something else, or just listen. You'll have my full attention. Or the other way around. Fully listen, for sure. But yeah, this is not a video you want to miss. So I started my business back in, I think, 2017, I'm pretty sure. And I was trying to do dropshipping. I was trying to do SMMA. I was trying to do everything all over the place. But if the first thing that I would know if I started over today, I'd probably be in shape. I think that would be the first thing I would work on. Like building my business on the side too. But I would get in like an hour a day of workouts or something. I'll definitely work on my physique and my muscles. Not that, it's important when you're gonna sit behind your screen to look good. That's not really what I mean, but it truly does something for you. Like so many men nowadays are weak and they have a weak mentality and they're soft. I think the best way to just get that rush and the drive you need in business is to do it in the gym. Whenever I've finished a great workout, I just feel so motivated to seize the day and to work on my businesses. And I'm not saying everything is about making money or anything, but if you have a good physique and you're actually working out consistently every single day, you should be able to do kind of like whatever, because your health has such a big thing to do with all of this. And your mental health might get drained when first starting your business. So if you're not in shape to handle that, if your heart isn't beating properly, I mean like in a healthy way, you're consuming trash food, junk food, and you're just wasting your health, you're probably not going to make it, right? So make sure that you actually stay in shape. I think it's super important. I never miss a workout at this point. I'm not really big, but I'm like all right, I guess. I'm going to keep going at it. As long as you work out every single day, because it truly does something with your mind. And if you don't have that part of your mind unlocked, I just don't see how you're going to succeed in business. Sure, like you could hit a home run and make some money, but there's just one part of your brain that you unlock in the gym and you just got to get it. It's magic, to be honest. But the second thing that I would do if I were starting out a business today would be to study it a little bit different. Not everything is literal. Like that's one thing that I didn't get when I was first starting out. I thought, that everything had to be the exact way it was taught on YouTube. So like I could only do it this way or I would fail. But that's not really how business works. And I think a bunch of you following, like you take everything like too literal. And there's not really any offense to that because I used to do myself as well. But when you're starting a business from scratch, please take everything you see and read with a grain of salt. There's so many fakes out there. It's easy to spot them when you're in the game, but before you're in the game, it's hard to spot them. Like fakes usually have a crazy claim. Like they have this new way of doing it, which they might have, but I mean, so many people are just fake nowadays. I think if you start out, just don't take everything too literal and go with just progress. The best way to learn is progress, all right? You shouldn't just watch YouTube and consume content for multiple months like you're doing right now and just eating chips in front of your PC thinking you're productive. You're not productive just because you're watching YouTube. You might be productive if you actually need some help and you search it up on YouTube. But if you're just watching another video on how to run your online business, you're not productive and you know it. You're truly just wasting your time and you know it. But still, it feels somewhat productive. So like you don't want to be average. And you know that average people escape into video games and whatever, but you're not like average. You kind of are if you are escaping still, because you're escaping just into self-improvement or business videos. It's escape regardless of it being business or playing video games, to be honest. Spend your time smart. We all got the same 24 hours. And if you feel stuck and you just don't know what to work on, figure something out. The reason I'm filming this video is because I felt stuck and didn't have anything to work on. So if that's you, do something. I mean, I was sitting here, I had nothing to do. I finished my whole work day, which I'm still going to keep going another 5 hours. I'm just making up stuff to do, because the best way to get rid of depression, in my opinion, and I'm talking of experience. For some guy in the comments that's going to say, I know nothing about what I'm talking about. I'm talking from experience. Now, it does depend on your actual state, but for most people, working towards a goal is super healthy. It gives your mind the proper dopamine rush. And your mind might be so messed up, it's all over the place. Like you can't even think straight. Like the second you get to a task that's not as fun as playing video games, your mind just feels blown. You just don't know where to start. You get stuck. You start watching YouTube. Like you have to rewire your brain, because most of the guys that watching these videos brain are just messed up completely. It truly is. I mean, you're just sitting in front of your PC the whole day, using your smartphone, going to the toilet. You're probably staying there 15 minutes instead of 2 minutes just because you're so bored. And then you go for a workout. You don't even push. You just go for a workout just to fit the minimum criteria. And once you're done with the workout, you feel a little tired because you're not used to working out. So you're just happy because at least you did something. But the standards in the world are way higher. I'm guessing you're watching this video because you truly want to make something happen. You want to be something really, really great. And you're not going to be that by not pushing. You can't. So pick one thing and stick to it. That's my best advice. So many people, when starting out, just pick one thing, stick to it a little bit, and then find the next thing. If you have shiny object syndrome and you just jump on whatever trend you think is cool, it's not gonna work. Just like NFTs, and this is not me saying NFTs are bad. I'm just saying some people just abandoned their skill set and what they've been working on for years to get into NFTs. That's not how you should do it. Like, say you want to get into dropshipping, Shopify dropshipping, and then like a new trend comes out, and now you're a graphic designer. Next week you're a media manager. Like, that's not how it works. The reason people do that, I think it has something to do with like their brain and dopamine levels. Maybe you got from video games or something. You just constantly want to get on to the next thing. If it's not rewarding, if it gets boring, if it gets slow, you can't be playing that game in business, all right, or in life in any way. You can't just move on to the next thing just because it didn't work out yet. I spent 3 years building the skill that I'm at today. Actually, I spent 5 years, but 3 years of like constant growth to get to the point where I'm at today. And I'm not satisfied in any way, but I'm obviously doing good for myself, and I'm happy. At least when I wake up, I feel some sense of fulfillment. Like, it wasn't too long ago when I woke up and I was staying in bed 2 hours after I woke up just on my phone. I didn't even want to seize the day, like for real. 2 hours into the day and I was just waiting for evening. I just completely waste my time the whole day and I play RuneScape. And I could do that for 16 hours a day. But I just remember it was just a dark time. I just felt guilt all over my shoulder, but it was so dark that I didn't even care about the guilt. At that point, I was just feeling nothing. Not good at all. My brain was completely messed up. And like, while obviously it can happen and it sucks and you don't deserve it, but you got to take responsibility for it. I don't care if it's not your fault, because the outcome of your life is still going to be your responsibility. I think you should rewire your brain, because there's a reason to why you're watching this video, and that's because you have problems starting or sticking to a business. If your mind is completely messed up, you're always looking at the next thing because it doesn't trigger your dopamine anymore or something. Try to reset it, okay? Try to reset it and then get into it. So what I would do is I would do like 2 to 3 day reset where I just take care of myself. I just chill. I don't play video games. I do no bad activities at all. I'm just bored. I'll just be bored for 2 to 3 days. Then once the 3rd day has passed, then I'm going to sit down and focus. See what that actually does to your focus. You wouldn't know because you wouldn't actually try it. You would never try to be bored out of your mind for 3 days to see if it's going to help with your focus. I doubt you would. If you would, let me know in the comments. But if you do that, your focus is going to be completely different the next day. Another thing I like to do is, and I don't recommend this actually because it's not healthy, but sometimes I reset my sleep schedule. I stay awake 30 hours and I just feel tired. I don't recommend this, but I get super bored the whole day. I just want to go to sleep. There's just something about it, like hating the whole day, but wanting to work at the same time, but too tired to work, which just gives me the urge to do something the whole day, but I'm too tired. So the next day when I wake up, it's like a complete reset. If you have a messed up sleep schedule, you're not sticking to routines in any way, you're not going to become anything in this world. And yes, of course, like you could use discipline even though you're on a messed up schedule. I get that. But trust me, I had a messed up schedule last week. Yesterday actually, I woke up on a good schedule. I've been getting more done in 38, 40 hours, less than 2 days than I've gotten done in like 2 weeks. You got to be on schedule, okay? I don't really care what your schedule is. I recommend it to be with sunlight, but I don't care what it is as long as you're consistent with it and you're not cheating yourself. Like, so many of you watching are completely lying to yourself every single day and you know it. It doesn't make you feel good in any way. You know what actually makes you feel good? Chasing a goal, progress, achieving stuff. And if you're not weak, come on. There's no reason to why you can't do it. Unless there's like an actual reason, but for most of you there aren't, right? If there's an actual reason, there's no point disliking this video because you know it's not actually about you. Like, if you don't have 2 arms, I'm not saying you should work on your computer either, right? This is for the people that actually don't have a reason. They're just weak at this point. Trust me, I've been weak, man. I've been trying to escape into other dimensions, smoking weed, drinking, but never was a good idea. Like that was honestly the worst part of my life. That's the worst stage I've ever been at. Don't do that. Quit right now. Totally quit right now. So your brain is just messed up. Okay, I can make a whole video on this, on like how to reset your brain and how to change everything, because you're not going to build a business on this brain. Before you get into business, I think you should get into mindset just a tiny bit, but you should not waste time on the mindset. You should just develop it a little bit, because it's different. It's different. If you're, I just got to be honest, no matter the amount of money you have, if you spend $100 on a business and you're crying about it later, you're not going to make it work. This is a channel where I'm going to be completely honest, okay? If you do the bare minimum and still feel happy just because you did something, you're not going to go anywhere. I was working with a student of mine earlier, and I said, get me 20 products. It doesn't matter what the products are, but get me 20, and the person came with 8. And I was just like, what are you doing on your weekends? Nothing. Obviously nothing. I couldn't find them. Well, how long have you looked at it? Probably 40 minutes. Well, that's most likely a lie. You probably look for 25 minutes. But even if you have for 40 minutes, you think 40 minutes is going to change your life? You do the bare minimum every single time, if not even less than the bare minimum. You're not going to get anywhere with that attitude. So, I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying you have to change this, all right? So, I didn't really know what to tell the person. It's just confusing, like paying ridiculous amounts of money to actually get help, and then not even at that point caring. There's people out there that actually have to spend money to value something, or not to value something, but to work towards something. Like they literally pay for, let's say, course just to stay accountable more than actually use the information. Bro, you don't need an accountability partner. You truly don't. You just need self-discipline and rewiring your mind. It's the only thing you need. Maybe you could check out a video on like dopamine detox or something. Like I truly believe that stuff works. I just have to rest my head a little. But seriously, you can't do the bare minimum every time you're trying to do a task. And like the worst thing is that there's some people here that's actually happy with it, but you're not though. You're not, like deep down inside, you're not. But it makes you feel good at that moment. Just stick to a schedule. Come on, you trust me. You're gonna stay in the same depressed rut forever if you don't get a schedule and if you don't work towards something. It's your escape. Like I used to struggle with extreme anxiety, and it's not gone. It's not gone in any way. But I do find that when I stay consistent, when I stay in schedule, and when I actually work towards a goal, it helps so much. And then you say no, it doesn't, because you tried for 2 days and then you took a break. Bro, you gotta try for way longer. Try for like 3 weeks, maybe even more. Try for 6 weeks and tell me it didn't work. Try working out every day for 6 weeks. Building your business. Focusing on what actually matters to you and not lying to yourself. Like you look yourself in the eyes at the end of the day. Straight up honest. You really did your best. I think, not for all of you, as I said. It doesn't apply to everyone, but most of your depression, sad feelings. Maybe you still be a little empty, of course, but it's gonna get better, I think, if you do that. It's definitely gonna get better. Like the amount of confidence you get when you're chasing something, even though nobody else relates to it, but with girls as well, they don't even know what having a Minecraft YouTube channel is. They think it's weird, but you will still feel confident talking to them if you have a Minecraft YouTube channel with 500,000 subscribers. It's weird, but this just changes your brain. The top 1% of the people, they have a completely different brain. It's not even close to yours. And, I haven't fully developed it either, but I'm working on it every single day. But you're doing so many activities to just destroy your whole brain. Why are you doing that? You constantly go out on the weekends, or you constantly sit inside and play video games when you know it messes up everything and it takes days to reset. Listen, if I started my day today playing RuneScape on my computer, and I say like, oh, it's cool, I can just play for 30 minutes. It's fine. I got discipline. It doesn't matter if I got discipline. I still messed up my brain to start a day. Like no task later that day is going to be as fun as playing RuneScape. Sure, they might be fun, but if RuneScape gave me, let's say, a 2 in the high score, it gave me a 2 in happiness. And then working on my business, it's great. It gives me a 1.5. That's great. You should be at a 1.5. But since I did something that gave me 2 earlier that day, I'm not going to be satisfied with a 1.5. But if I did just nothing interesting that day, a 1.5 is going to give me everything I need of a dopamine hit. So change your brain. Really, like go on a dopamine detox or something. Care about your diet as well. Like so many of you are putting the worst food in your system. Don't you understand? Like it's it's like gas for your body. Don't you understand that um, you're not going anywhere if you if you don't eat proper food. Like, you're gonna sit in front of your computer and work, or you're gonna go to the gym and you're eating like Chick-fil-A every day. Some people even think like, oh, it's chicken, it's healthy. That's so nonsense. Like, when I was in the US 6 months ago, I was constantly saying like, can we eat something healthy? And I know it's my responsibility, and I did handle it eventually. But some guy was like, yeah, today we're eating healthy. We're eating Chick-fil-A. It's chicken. Bro, that's how messed up some people's brain are. They think that just because it's chicken, it's healthy. That was the most fried chicken I've ever seen. And you come here and say it's healthy, bro. That's like putting a banana in a Coke and saying it's healthy. Like, I can't believe people think that. I just can't believe people think that. It's like adding vitamins to Red Bull with sugar and saying, oh, it's vitamins, it's healthy. Some people generally think like this, but do they think like this, or are they fooling themselves? I don't know, because I've never been one of them. But let me know, because somebody's watching this, has to be like them. Are they fooling themselves, or do they know that it's just not healthy? But it's just a better alternative, because they know they can't escape. They've never tried. Bro, you got to try for once. Don't you remember the promise you gave to yourself of actually changing your life? Or are you completely lost right now? Let me know in the comments. I think some people there might actually be completely lost, which is cool. I'm not really bashing on them, because I've been completely lost myself as well. And it's hard. It's hard, man. But like, you need to focus on your mental health, I think, as well. But that's focusing on mental health is not being nice to yourself. Like, not really. It's being nice to your future self. That's how you work on your mental health. It's not taking yourself to McDonald's and listening to music, and you're like, it's just not. Like, figure out how to actually help yourself. If you want to take care of your mental health, take care of your future mental health. That's how you solve it. And you got to realize, like, maybe it's never going to be completely solved, but at least it's going to get better. Like, if you actually work towards something and you have a meaningful life, it's going to get better. And if you sit there now and say, I there's no meaning, like, there's literally nothing I want to do, then I think you might be lost. What would I do in that case? Actually, what I would do in that case is I would not start working on a business or anything yet. I would do workouts, a run, and I would do it for numerous days, like say 5 days, because the first couple of days you do running, you're just going to feel tired after. You're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel high after. You're just going to feel horrible. But once you've been running for a couple of days, it's actually going to be nice after you've been running. You're going to feel energy and relieved. So what I would do if I were completely lost is I would run for like a week before I would take action on any other aspects of my life. I would just run and chill. Not play video games or be stupid though, but I would just run and not do too much more. And then once running, or working out could be as well, once that actually gives you energy and you feel good afterwards, then I would take that good and find my passion. That's how you do it. I think that's a great way. Because right now you're lost, right? You're just sitting there and you don't want to search for anything. Nobody brings you joy. Nothing brings you joy, sorry. So you're not going to chase your purpose when you're just empty. You don't want anything. So what you do then is you work out for a couple of days until it actually gives you a good feeling afterwards, and then you figure out what your passion is. There's got to be passion for you. You just haven't discovered it yet. So I don't care if somebody really messed up with you. If there's a girl, whatever happened, it's hard, but you just got to use it to fuel you in any way, no matter how bad it is, because like, it's still, it's your responsibility. You just got to do it for your future self. You got it, it. I kept a promise to myself. I made myself a promise, and I promised myself also to not be a liar to myself. And I did it. I still have a long way to go. I keep giving myself new promises, but when I was on the grind, just call it out, when I was on the grind, when I was trying to make this work, I would take snapshot memories every single day. On those memories, it would say like, keep going. Because I knew like next year, I would get a constant reminder from last year. So every day, like I get like 3 years ago today memories saying, keep going. Keep the promise you made to yourself. And it really feels good to look at that today and like say that I actually kept the promise I made to myself. And I didn't cheat myself. So there's obviously more things that I can do to better my life as well. But it is for you as well. I just think like, I got to rest my head at this point, because I work so many hours, my neck is completely messed up. But I generally want to help you. So delete the video games. Delete anything that gives you instant satisfaction. Delayed gratification is what you need. And it's like huge thing in business. Everyone knows this. If it gives you like instant pleasure right now, then get straight away from it. That's like eating unhealthy. I mean, I sometimes eat unhealthy, but that's rare, okay? and I actually have a good life going. That's everything that gives you instant joy. Like video games, especially, I think it's might be the worst. Gaming is really bad. I mean, you get it. I don't have to tell you. And then some people's gonna be like, "Oh, I can do this because you didn't mention it." Like, no, no, you can't. Yes, I said don't eat and don't game. That you should still not watch movies just because I didn't mention it. Like some guys are gonna watch self-improvement videos and still try to cheat the rules. I don't believe it. I can't believe it. Change your habits. You need to realize that for the first couple of weeks, or not, maybe just a week, you're gonna be bored out of your mind reading a book, working out. It's gonna be boring, but then you're gonna see like your sleep is way better because your brain isn't completely messed up and you're actually producing the right chemicals. You're gonna see that your attention span is better. It's way better. Like there's no chance of having a good attention span when you just sit inside and playing video games all day. Everyone, I think, in this generation is just so hooked on instant satisfaction, instant joy, straight on to the next thing. You know how you feel like you get a hit, you feel good, straight on to the next thing, straight on to the next thing. Like it's almost getting as bad as people can't even sit down and watch a movie because they want to get straight to the next thing. I'm telling you, like that mindset of getting straight to the next thing is the worst you can ever bring into any business. Avoid that at all costs, okay? Please work on your brain. Work on your brain before your health even, or maybe do it like at the same time. If you're not in good physique, you're not in great shape, obviously there's going to be, a nerd out there who built Microsoft or something. I'm not targeting Bill Gates here, but who built some program and he was skinny and he didn't work out or anything. But like as a man, I think it's your obligation to be in shape. Like we were designed to hunt every single day, and like for the creator of a man, we're letting him down, or whatever the creator is. I feel I'm not this. It doesn't have anything to do with religion, but for the creator of the human body, we're sitting inside playing video games the whole day. We're not in shape in any way. We're skinny or we're completely overweight. Bro, I used to weigh 54, 53 kilos when I was first starting out a couple of years ago, but at least I kept a promise to myself. I still don't weigh like a ton, but I'm in super good shape now. I'm in phenomenal shape. My money is great. I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. I can bring whoever I want, whenever I want. I can host people for free. I can do absolutely whatever I want, and I'm in complete control of my life. I still have anxiety sometimes. I still get panic attacks, but I'm 20 years old and I'm in complete control of my life. When I was 18 years old, nobody could tell me what to do. I was in complete control of my life, and I still am. I'm just going to chase higher. The only problem, though, is I always want more, But, yeah, no, there's no girl I couldn't get. There's no place I couldn't go. There's just, I feel like life is limitless. Life is what you make it, bro. It's limitless. It really is. Like, you feel so lost because you've never seen success. You got to realize I've never seen success either. Most money I've ever seen was probably $60 before I made this happen. I came from nothing. And this is not bragging, of course. If it was bragging, I wouldn't tell it to you. I would tell it to someone actually worth bragging for, someone I know. This is not bragging. I want to motivate you. I want to inspire you. You can actually make this happen. It doesn't have to be money, but if you say money isn't everything and you work 40 hours a week, you get up at 6 a.m. and you stay on work till 4 p.m., but money isn't everything. Well, clearly it is. You're trading your whole week for it, your whole life for it. Because what happens when you come home from work? Well, it's only 8 hours. Well, you're drained. So money isn't everything, says the person working 8 hours a day the whole week and are drained when he or she comes home. Maybe it's not everything, but I mean, it kind of seems like. I'm not saying you should get rich. I'm just saying you should be in control of your life, and I don't think anybody else should tell you what to do or how to live your life. I think you should be flexible. Like, you're literally here for such a short amount of time. Why are you not flexible? Why are you not achieving greatness? Why are you not striving for greatness? People are going to be drawn to you instantly. You don't even have to be in shape for people to be drawn to you. You should, though, but they're just going to see, man. They're just going to know because it does something with you. My brain is completely different now. The only thing I see when I go outside is opportunity. The only thing I see outside when I go outside is opportunity. What other people see is just their character in the video game. They just keep thinking about it when they're at the bus or something. It's not good, okay? Change your brain. Next time you face a dopamine trigger, there's a snack. I don't even think snack is the problem. It's bad. It's really bad to eat unhealthy, but I think video games it might be even more damaging. But next time you see a dopamine trap, don't do it. If you want to take a snack right now, next time you go up, don't do it. What you want to do instead is you go down and you give me 12 push-ups. 12 exact. It can be on your knees. It doesn't matter. Actually, do 5 right now if you generally watch this video. Do it right now. I'll pause here. Do it right now. If you don't do this right now, you're really messing up your future self. Come on, you promised yourself this life. Just do it once. I'm not going to say you have to do it again, okay? Don't worry. Do it one more time. Just 5 times now. Just for the dedication. Come on. I guess you've done it. If you haven't done it now, either you're in bed and you want to sleep, which I understand, or you just have a problem with your future self. Come on, do it for your future self. I'm telling you, you're going to look back and you're not going to regret it. I'm telling you, what you want to achieve is 10 times better than what you think it is. I thought becoming financially free. I'm not saying this is everything about the video. It's just that's what it was about for me. I wanted to be financially free. It doesn't mean you should chase that. It's up to you. But I'm telling you, for my goal of being financially free, I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. What if I tell you it's 100 times better than what you think? It's literally 100 times better than what I thought it would be. And I got high just thinking of it. So what if your goal is actually 100 times better than what you imagine it to be? Because when you think of your goal, you get high almost. You feel so good. Imagine when it's actually 100 times better. Put your head down for 6 months and focus. It can put you 5 years ahead of life. And it's easy to maintain success. Or not easy, but it's way easier. But making success is really hard. So because of that, focus for 6 months on changing your life. You're not going to have anything better to do. If you want to stay awake for 16 hours every day, do it for something productive. Do it for something worthwhile. Don't do it for video games. Come on. And if you have some reason to why you can't do it, find a way around. I find a way around everything. Even if there's travel restrictions, I'll find a way around. There's nothing I don't find a way around because there always is one. And if you start thinking like that, there always is one, you can go really far. Be limitless, come on. But yeah, that's it. Click like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. And I'm going to keep posting all the time. So yeah, this will be consistent for sure.